All right. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending on where you're at. This is Deborah Chisholm, and I'm coming to you today to try to help some people have some better understanding about how we do such things as bidding, selling, and sponsoring on the Empower platform. I had a young lady earlier today that sent me an email and requested help in understanding that. And so I figured I would do a video to try to help um, her to understand and hopefully in the process help others to understand as well. So let me go and share my screen here uh, to my Empower. Hang on with me here real quick and we'll see what we come up with here. So here I am on the Empower platform, and I'm going to take you to your uh, to first to the marketplace to show you about how to do your bidding. So we're going to wait here for that to load up. And as usual, it's always on the slow side, and my antivirus program keeps coming up on this, but not to worry, it's okay. So here we are in the marketplace. And this is where you would come, well, it's actually just one of the places you can come to bid on items that are for sale, that people are selling. As you can see here, I have a few items up here at the top that I have put up for sale for auction. And as you scroll down through here, you can see all the different things that people have placed on here in order for you to bid on. And since I haven't done all my bids for the day, I'm going to go ahead and go through here and go through the steps to show you how to bid on an item. So first of all, you can scroll through here and see if there's anything on here that strikes your fancy that you would like to bid on. And when bidding on something, it, it's either for one or two purposes. It's to buy it because you really want the item, or if you don't want to buy the item, Empower allows you to sponsor it. So I'm just going to keep scrolling through here until I find something that I want to bid on. And, you know, this is pretty much what you would do as well. You know, you just kind of keep scrolling through here until you find something of interest. Now, here is a item that is up for auction. It's a blue stone necklace that this young lady is trying to sell to people. So if I want to bid on this, so I'm going to click on the title here, blue stone necklace, and another page is going to open up. Again, my antivirus. Try to ignore that. Okay, so it says this item is no longer available. That means that that item has now been taken off the auction block, evidently, so you can't bid on it anymore. So let's find something else here. These are all good examples to show you what could happen as you're going through here and doing these kind of things. Let's see here. We have a silver leaf ring. So let's just say that I wanted a bid on that. I click on silver leaf ring. And this page is going to pop up, and it's going to give you a picture of the silver leaf ring. and it's going to have, usually it'll have a description of it so you can tell what it is. It says silver leaf ring with adjustable band. You can also go here and the seller will have shipping details. She says here, ships to United States only. Uh, you can see, go here and see how many people have bid on it already. Go here and see if there's any seller feedback, to look at seller feedback. And usually this is the area where people will come and rate the seller as to whether they're good, bad, or whatever, and leave comments and stuff like that for the seller. Now, to bid on it, you go up here and you click on the blue tab here that says place your bid. So you click on that. It says bid confirmed. And it says success. Your final bid of 16 cents makes you the highest bidder. So now if I want to protect my winning position, I can click here and bid 23 cents. Now that doesn't mean that I'm going to win it at 23 cents, but it just means that, you know, whoever bids on it next will have to bid more than 23 cents. So I'm going to click on the place my bid at 23 cents. Bid confirmed. It says success, your final bid of 23 cents makes you the highest bidder. Good luck. And then down here, you always want to make sure that this is checkmarked, automatically sponsor, resell this item if you win. So, you know, if you decide that you don't want to buy the product, you have the option of sponsoring it. And when you sponsor something, then it enables you to earn some more money off of that, you know, or when the auction is over, whatever the price was that you paid for it, will give you an option to make that money back. Um, although Empower does, if it doesn't sell, then Empower does give you your money back, and they cancel the auction. So, okay, so now I'm going to close that out. I've now bid on that item. Now, if I go back to my page, to my timeline page here, and every day you have a goal for bidding that Empower requires you to do on a daily basis. And I'm going to click on this. And my goal for bidding, you see right now it says goal 11. It was 12 before I made that bid. So that bid showed up here as one bid I've made so far, and I have to do 11 more of those. So, and listing everybody to meet your goal every day has to at least list at least one item. If you list two, you get a bonus. Okay, and you get a bonus here if you bid on more, but I'm not sure exactly how many more that is. It could be 2 or 3 or 4 more things that you can bid on, and you get a bonus for doing that. Okay, so the rest of this is for posting. You know, I post images on my page like you see here, and when you do everything, and including your bonus, this blue bar will appear. Sharing is when you go to other people's pages and you like, comment, or repost an auction that they posted on their page. So when you're sharing things, my suggestion is that you share you repost other people's auctions, because when you do that, you get a percentage of the final sale. I don't know what the percentage is or how Empower works that out, how they divvy it up, because there's a lot of people that may be reposting that same uh, auction post, so it entitles them to a portion of the final sale as well. So I'm not sure how Empower does that. They take care of all the math. I don't worry about it. All I look at is my daily my balance up here at the top, and that's Empower is controlling all that. So as long as I'm doing good and I'm earning money up in here, I'm a happy girl. So anyway, let me come back here to back to the marketplace again. Okay, I showed you bidding. Okay, now I want to show you uh, sponsoring. And down here you're going to see uh, things that I've sponsored. And the way you can do that, these are items that I have won auctions from and made the decision to sponsor them. Okay, so let me go back over here to my email and kind of show you an example of something that I got an email just uh, not too long ago here at 6:14 p.m. Uh, here it's telling me that I won the auction for this cookie cutter cookie press kit that I had bid on. They're telling me that I won it, and now what's happening is I'm waiting for the seller to uh, decide whether or not they want to sell that cookie press kit to me at the 16 cents that I bid on it, or not. So it'll be up to the seller to decide that. If they decide that yeah, they're willing to do that, I'll get a notice in my email messages here uh, to be able to go back to the marketplace and see and go to my let me go back to the marketplace here and go to where it says things I've bought. Okay, so if she agrees to accept that sale of the cookie cutter kit at 16 cents, it will show up here on things that I've bought. And these are all things that I've bought. So, but what I did was I ended up not actually buying them. I decided to sponsor them. So when that shows up in here finally as an item that I bought, if that's what she decides to do is to let me buy it at 16 cents, then where it says action right here, it's going to open up and it's going to say, do you want to buy this or do you want to sponsor it? So when you click on the action right here, it'll give you a choice. Buy the product or just sponsor it. So when that finally gets in here, that's the choice I'll have to either buy it for the 16 cents or sponsor it. But you have to go to the marketplace and go to your I bought. Whenever you win an auction, you go straight to I bought, and that item will show up here, and you click on actions, and actions will ask you, do you want to buy this or do you want to sponsor it? So at that point, that's how you sponsor something, if that's what you want to do. Also, an Empower will, another page will open up with that item in there, and you will just uh, follow the instructions, and Empower will set that ad up for you to sponsor it, and they will automatically post that ad for you and start running it so that people see that you are sponsoring it, and then come again and bid on it. And whoever wins it, then you will make the money from that, from whoever wins it. And when you're sponsoring something, the buyer who wins it will have to get back to the original seller to, if they wanted to buy the item, they all have to get back to the original seller. I'm just a sponsor, so I don't have physical hands-on of the product. So it will have to be go back to the original seller to purchase it if you wanted to buy it. Now, if you wanted to sponsor it, if you win the bid from something that I sponsor and you want to sponsor it, then you have to do like I was saying. Come here to I've bought in the marketplace, click on actions. It's going to ask you, do you want to buy it or sponsor it? If you want to sponsor it, you click on sponsor. A second page will open up, you follow the instructions, and Empower will set the ad up for you, and it'll start running for you so that you can start earning more money on it for yourself. Now, we're into September here now, and a lot of people, when it starts becoming September, their mind starts turning to the holidays, Christmas. So, there's a lot of cool items here on Empower that you could, buy outright. A lot of times people will post in the marketplace, simply buy an item straight out. No auction, just straight out buy it. So you can straight out buy things like, see, this young lady here has it set up to buy. Pay 35 cents to buy whatever this thing on Amazon that she's and that's a premium blog. So that's a whole other thing. But just to give you an example of things that people will put on here where you can just out buy instead of bidding. Like most of these are bids, like an auction. But if it says buy, like if he had on here buy, you could buy this watch outright, and then you would exchange the information with each other in order for him to ship that product to you, and that could be a Christmas gift for somebody. Okay, so and it's good to buy things here on Empower because that money, uh, helps keep Empower running the way that we all want it to. It keeps everybody in profit so that they can keep doing things here on Empower as well. And the way Empower is set up, the payouts, the cash outs on Empower are every 90 days. So, people are looking forward to being able to cash out, you know, some amount of money here after the 90 days. So buying products from people here in the marketplace is really a good thing. It's a good thing for you, and it's a good thing for the person selling it, and it's a good thing for the empowered community as a whole to buy things. You know, uh, it's okay to sponsor, but it's even better if you buy because it helps everybody keep going and having money to continue doing everything that they do here on the Empowered uh, platform. So um, I hope that, it's kind of hard to go through and show you exactly how to do uh, selling and all that stuff without me actually going through the steps here to show you how it's set up. But just know that, like if I go back to my timeline page, on my timeline page, it has a button on there that you click that says list. And so when I click on that, and I'm just going to kind of go through the steps here. I'm not really going to go through listing anything right at the moment because I really don't have anything at the time that I want to list. But if you click on list, this page here is going to open up, okay? And it's going to ask you two things. Do you want are you providing a product? So you are providing a product, okay? So do you want to sell it as an online auction where people come and bid on it? Or do you want to have a fixed price? If you do it at the fixed price, then when it's all said and done, you got your ad created, then it's going to say buy rather than bid, okay? So then you would put your product name, the name of your product here. Take pictures of your product so that you have a picture to upload on here so people can have a visual to see what it looks like. And then down here, you're going to give a description. And in the description, you need to be as detailed as possible about the product or service or whatever it is that you're selling in this description area. Because I'm learning as I go along here that if you're vague in your description, then Empower may reject your ad. Okay? So be as descriptive as you can. Put as much information that you possibly can in here about your product. You know, I've seen some things on Empower where someone's selling shoes or they're selling pants, but they don't put the size. So, you know, I'm not going to bid on something that I don't know what size it is. If I know what size it is, then I might be more likely to bid on it. If it's a size 6 like I wear in a shoe, then I'd be likely to bid on it. If it's a size 10 in pants, which I would be more likely to buy because that's my size, a size 10. Oh dear, I just gave away my size. But anyway, so I'm just saying, be descriptive. And then down here, you would come down, depending on what it is that you're selling, you would decide what category do you want to place that ad in. Collectibles and art, health and beauty, entertainment, electronics, home and garden, toys and hobby, or other categories. If you find that you can't find something in here in the categories that describe uh, your item, your product, or your service, then put it under everything else. Okay, but you have to pick some category in here. Okay, so then once you have done all that, you're going to click continue, and I'm going to click this, but I don't think it will let me. Yeah, see, I have to fill in information, and I don't want to do that. But the next screen is going to tell you at what price do you want to sell your your product at. You know, if you're doing a fixed price, what price do you want to sell that? Now, just to give you a heads up here, whatever price you decide that you want for your item, you have to know right from the get-go that uh, Empower takes 10% off of that, okay? Empower takes 10%. Also, Empower gives the buyer a discount, and the discount on that item is based on whatever the price is you set, okay? So let's say, for example, that you wanted to sell, and this is just an example, okay? Let's say that you wanted to sell something for $150, okay? Now remember, uh, Empower is going to take 10% off of that, and then Empower is going to give the buyer a discount. So if you actually want to sell it for $150, and that's what you expect to get when it's all said and done, when you're bidding, I would set it at $200 because then that's going to bring it down to the price that you actually wanted to get for it, which will bring it down to the $150. I had to learn that lesson myself as well. Okay, and then it's going to ask you how much do you want to spend on a daily basis to run this ad. And, you know, the lowest that you can put on there is $1 a day. That's the lowest. And then it's going to ask you, what do you want to pay per click? And the lowest on that is 0.01. Okay, so on the next page, that's what you're going to do. You're going to put in how much you're willing to spend per day. The lowest is $1. And how much do you want to pay per click? The lowest is 0.01. So you're going to do that. And then I can't, memory doesn't serve me well. So I think that is it. So then you would click submit or whatever the button says. And then another screen is going to pop up and it's going to say, uh, your ad has been approved. Success, your ad has been approved. Whatever. So then you're going to see your ad running in the marketplace. And when you go to the marketplace on your page, just like on my page, okay, it's going to show the very first thing in the marketplace is going to be, when you're looking at it, it's going to be your stuff. Like when I go to it, the very first thing is my stuff, okay? So I can see what it's doing. And that's how it'll be for you on yours when you go to your marketplace. You'll see your stuff here that you're selling, and it's going to tell you how many bids you've had on it so far. It's going to tell you how many more days the ad is going to run, okay? And, you know, if you don't have any bids on it, it's going to tell you haven't had any bids on it. So I haven't had any bids on my car stereo system that my brother gave me to sell for him. And so, you know, I may end up running it again. I may end up just taking it off because I think this is like the second time I put it on here without any bids. And then, you know, here's a little book that I'm selling, and I'm not getting any bids on that either. So, you know, it really, and Empower really, really wants you to put on here high quality items. They don't want you to just put junk on here, you know, some silly little nonsense stuff. They want high quality stuff that people are really going to be willing to bid on or to sell. Okay, I saw some guy make a comment on one of the posts that I saw as I was surfing that he put a big glider on there for sale, and he ended up getting some bids on it, and he ended up getting $3. Well, you know, I'm learning that Empower is really trying to keep the marketplace where, you know, there's really some nice products on there for you to buy, you know, getting past this kind of silliness with the big cigarette lighter, you know. Uh, but anyway, so try to keep that in mind when you're selling something. Try to make it a, you know, a pretty decent quality product or item that people would be willing to bid on or sell. Your chances are going to be a whole lot better if you do. So I think that covers it. Um, I know not, you know, taking you through all the steps because I don't want to do, I don't want to place a bid or list anything for sale or create an ad right now. I've already got a lot of ads out there, so I'm kind of holding up right now. But I hope the explanation of that helped you. And if you're watching this video and you just started on Empower, you know, I highly recommend you going and watching all the video training that's in here and going to your learning center and learning all about it, you know, and just watching what other people do, you know, and make lots and lots of fans on here. You want to make lots of fans because, you know, as you're going through here making more fans, that's more people coming to see your timeline page here. Uh, More people that you can go and close their loops with them, and then they'll come back and close your loop, and that's part of the thing that works within power on how we earn our our money. There's so many other ways on here, but you got to get in here. You got to look around. You got to learn. Go to your learning center and learn everything there is about this. Uh, Empower just put out uh, a message to everybody about how you go about making more money and stuff. So make sure you read those messages coming from Empower and enjoy, have fun, and that's all I can say right now. So I thank you for coming and visiting this page and listening to this video on this, and hopefully learning something more about this as we go along. And you can always come to me and send me a message within Empower, and I'll be glad to help you in any way I can. But really, you got success coaches in here that will help you answer any questions that you have. You have the training videos, you have the learning center, and I reach out and help people just because sometimes I get how uh, frustrating it can be sometimes not to understand something. So my making of this video is just to try to reach out and help people more beyond maybe what they're not understanding through the videos or through the learning center, or they're not really uh, being able to connect well with their success coaches. But the success coaches in here are pretty good. The experiences that I've had with them so far. So call on them. That's what they're here for. They're here to help you, and they want to help you. Their hearts are in it. So, all right, going to end this now. Take care, and I thank you very much. Have a great day. So long, everybody.